approach. Young Turks, they're tough protecting. Almost every young girl expecting. So tomorrow begs still a borrow. There'll be another voice from the ghetto.
Yes. Welcome back to the Music Box with TNO Sound. And don't forget, I'm your host, Button, in the building. And we are joined by the Prime Minister.
Badman videographer.
Yes, the Prime Minister of videography.
Wow, that's a very strong label, but I'll take it.
So tell the people who you are. Tell the people who you are one time.
All right, so good night to everybody in Radio Line and Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook, YouTube.
So my name is Gidel Smitten. I'm from Keys
Whoa,
Village.
wait. Say your name again.
Gidel Smitten.
Gidel.
Yes.
Gidel.
As well. The area, but
Yourself into videography.
videography, well,
from putting a number to it, how long would you say it took you to even be experienced in that field?
I started in 2015, and I think it took mistakes. So then the next video I make won't have those mistakes. So you find that as people could see, if they follow my content, is a gradual increase in quality, although I'm using the same exact equipment that I've had all the time. So, and then the element come into play. So that's where it comes from.
Okay, so what are some of the experiences that you face in trying to find a niche within the videography world?
Oh, it's not really a niche. You see, because we live in St Kitts, on a small island, you have to do some of everything.
Yeah.
Because artists can't feed you. You know that.
Yeah.
DJs can't feed me. So you have to try and do a little of everything. You have to try to do commercial work. You have to try and do short films. You have to try and do production work, dance videos, etc. All of those come into play when you just don't know who can call you and say, we need this video done. It's like a DJ. A DJ, you have different types of DJs, and then you have DJs who play all type of music.
Right.
It's the same thing. So you have to try and see how much you could do. But what I find was, if you move about too much, if you try and do too much things, you never get good at nothing.
Right.
Because so for me, when it comes to video, that's all I did. Most of the time when I started, persons did like video, photography, graphic work, etc. Trying to do as much as possible so they could get maximum. All I did was video, nothing else.
Right.
Video, morning, noon, and night, that's it. So you find I was able to specialize faster than even people who started when I started as well. And I just continue with that. So yeah, that's how it goes.
Sometimes.
Okay, so now, sometimes. So for me, it's you spoke about the experiences. Let's talk about the body of work. What was the first video as Tiltat? What was your first video as Tiltat?
The first video?
Yes.
Other than the one I try to do for my brother?
Other than the one that when you officially decide to say, okay, this is the name I'm going to carry.
Oh, okay. I got the first video was a music video I did for Shetty. When Shetty was an artist, before he became a producer. I believe it was You and Me. Yeah, that song named You and Me. That was the first video I did, music video I did. That was with Shetty. And then I did the next one with Shetty, Fall In and Fall Out. And to me, that was like I put some work in there, put some effort in there, and that was much better too. And then I continued. I did a video for Mad Stoney, called Busway.
That was
and then I did
video.
And then I did Footsie. I did a video for Footsie.
I try to remember which one. I think
Gone Again?
No.
The one with the old lady in the intro.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was a medley though.
No.
He ain't come out on a medley?
Yeah, the beat was a medley.
Medley, right. I know what you mean. Can't remember it.
So I did a video for Footsie, and that went well. And then over time, I worked with Baron Messiah, did Viral, and then I started to work with iMark, Tree Manager, Alicia, and I did, to me, the biggest video, or most people know me for, is the video Top Dog.
Yeah, I want to talk about that, especially.
Top Dog?
Yeah, let's talk about that, dear. And I know for a fact that you had some sort of influence in the mechanics behind it. I want to say the mechanics in terms of visuals, in a sense.
Yeah. Sorry.
In terms of visual. Tell us how did the creative mind even grasp that kind of concept?
All right. So for Top Dog, Well,
tell me from start to finish.
From start to finish?
Yeah, tell me from start to finish.
So,
sit down.
The music video top. So I wouldn't take all the credit. I would say the reason why that was successful was because Mache had management who understood the power of image. And you find a lot of artists here. Most of them don't have management. Most of them feel like they don't have to have management. Or most of them who have management, management is more like booking agents than actual managing the artist. So all they do is bookings, but you understand the manager basically control the image and control everything of the artist. So because Mache had that foundation where he have a manager, which is Alicia. So Alicia went, she got a villa. So that alone, the location, different. So you know you have a nice location. At the same time, I just bought a different camera.
Yeah.
I used to use a Panasonic G7 and I switched to Sony. I bought a Sony camera. Cost me a hand and a leg. But
you say it cost me a hand and a leg.
Yeah, man, he hit me hard.
Yeah, I mean, you must understand where you want to be.
So then, but I understood why I wanted that specific camera. Because, and the lens. Because a lot of people feel like is the camera is the real one, but the lens is the real. But what shows the difference in a lot of the videos then. So you find that we get the location, and she checked me, and for me, I like because people here normally just do things off the bat. So I told her I like a script, so I could follow. So she went and she did a script.
So she basically came with something that you could work with.
But because like after she gave me the treatment, she told me the general idea. So I told her to do it in a script, type it out, so at least I could follow it. So on the shoot there, then I follow the sequence and ensure that we get all the shots then that we needed. Because from the script now I have to go and do a shot list where I write out all the shots of the entire day of the shoot. So after you get the script, and then you find that in the intro you see 3 Jeeps. One of the Jeep was mine, one was Fans, and the next one was Elton, yeah. And then, you know, when she came up, I told her, you know, we opened it with a drone shot. So I fly the drones over the trees over Carambola and come down and look down, and then we find that my Jeep have a sunroof too. So when people see the video with the shot on this side, you see I'm actually the window. I actually standing up through my sunroof with the camera on the Jeep, but because the Jeep was black, my reflection was inside the door of the Jeep. At the same time, Fans was driving, so I tell Fans to slow down a bit, so at least I could be at an angle where my reflection wouldn't show, but you will see the artist. So there's a lot of technicalities that you don't have to think
I
about.
noticed that, because sometimes you don't even want your shadow inside it.
Yeah, so I very particular.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, when you look at other people's videos overseas, you kind of wonder whether they are over us, and really and truly, ain't got nothing over us, as in not at all.
That's true.
The only thing they have is a bigger network. They have more supportive people. For example, getting girls in music videos, local girls, is extremely hard. Yeah, they will come and say they will be in the videos and so, but on the actual day, no. So most of the girls in a lot of my videos is foreign girls.
What? It shouldn't be like that. What? I see, and I think
you would easier get a foreign girl in a music video than a local girl, by far.
I feel that it's
even up to my most recent video.
It was a foreigner?
Yeah, the girl in it is a foreigner. She's on Jamaica.
Those kind of things not supposed to be happening. You know?
Right. I mean,
I don't mind, because all of us is Caribbean people.
You just said the fact that we have the population to do certain things.
Yeah, we got the capacity.
And we got the knowledge, and rightfully we got the capacity.
Yes, we do.
Right? And I always feel that we need to encourage one another.
Yeah, true. But see, I wouldn't even blame it on that.
Yeah.
you find that you got a lot of model agencies here. A lot of people, a lot of girls who say that they're models, but they wouldn't go and do a drama class.
Yeah.
So you look good, you do all of these stuff, which is what we want for music videos, but you wouldn't do drama. So when you see them act now, they look good for the video, but you see them act and it's like, I can't make a video with that. That's not convincing.
Exactly.
You understand? So that is the next issue. Like, even though you have persons, you know, you find a pretty girl, she can't act. And because she can't act, the video won't be, you can't sell the video because it's bad acting.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is a big issue.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you raised that point too, right? Because then that's an avenue the powers that be, and when we say the powers, we know who they are, should take and consider an art school in terms of drama, because back then you could have found a lot of drama in the high school plays and stuff like that. The high school back then, high school used to got like drama and them things.
Yeah, man. Big up Moses. Big up Moses. Yeah,
Moses and them there. Yeah. You check. You used to see these things, but not know. You ain't even seeing a glimpse of this here, because like what? May not understand. Is it the culture? Is it what? Like where the direction of all of these things supposed to be going?
Well, for me, like try and think logically. So normally the person who take drama probably, you know, kind of follow. Plus, it's not even like you have a network where you could find persons who could with some talent.
That's a fact, you know.
Yeah, I can't go on Facebook and find a group and hit up some people and they will have a price and that kind of stuff, and we could hire you to act in a music video or short film or something. And you find that most time it's just persons who are willing to do it, and then you have to coach them
with no experience.
Yeah, with no experience, and then you have to coach them. Overseas now, a lot of the videos that you see, music videos, those people is seasoned actors. Yeah, they do it all the time. So when you watch the videos and you realize that, wow, she kind of moving, seductive, and all of these stuff, it's professional people, you know, that do it for a living. So if I'm forced to compete regionally, because a lot of people look internationally, but I think we should look regionally before internationally. I tell you about that.
We had.
I rather boss regionally as a videographer than internationally.
What your reason for that being?
It's easier. It's easier because I competing with Dominica and St Vincent. Basically, all of us is the same. Yeah. So how could I compete with the USA and them kind of other countries? And England and Europe and then stuff. Bigger countries. Yeah. It sounds strange, but I rather compete regionally because it's more realistic. It's more like I know I could get my video done St Vincent if I want to. If I get my video done Trinidad or Barbados, because we have the same. Yeah, the connection. You know, the same connection. So I rather boss regionally than go international in that aspect there. Because at the end of the day, too, it's for us to build the community that we grew up in, the Caribbean community. So if I could do visuals for, you know, other artists down, that'd be great. But yeah, that would. Yeah,
I'm glad you made that statement in terms of being regional. You know, you have to be realistic. Yeah. And I find that when you ask, certain artists the question, I want busway, I want reach out there, okay. Yeah. But how you gonna reach out there if you can't even reach out to St Kitts?
Exactly. As in, okay, you're big in St Kitts, but you can't even get your music on Antigua radio. But you want your music on the States radio, Hot 98 and then kind of stuff. As in, come on, as in, Anguilla, etc. So that is how I say it. But then in terms of, back to the question, in terms of Top Dog, yeah, so that was just, there's a lot of details in it, but because we had it was properly, as in, even so, the manager was there, and she kind of act as jack of all trades, all the roles, and she direct the artists, etc. So like I didn't have to deal with the artists, because what I find is, for me shooting, when I shooting, I'm not looking really at the artist. I'm looking at the artist in focus, any distractions in the background, etc. how the lighting, if the lighting blown out. So I'm dealing with the quality.
You get it, and the technical part.
And ensure the technical part. So I cannot deal with that and still tell the artist, move over here, move over there. So you find when a lot of people hit you up and you realize that they really gonna structure, you kind of leave them and read. Well, it's not bad, but you leave them and read because you're gonna structure for the music business. You understand? A lot of our artists, they forget the other word. So they're into music, but they ain't into the business.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's facts, right?
And I mean, we've been talking about that quite about 2 episodes ago, and we even expounded on it last week.
Yes.
About artists being having the business side of it too.
Yes, and well, a lot of them don't understand it too. Is persons who work generally around music in the art in relation to artists. They don't necessarily want to work with the actual artist themselves because all the artists them believe they're creative and they believe they have a vision, they have all of these stuff here. But you, as a professional, and me, except me, videographer, I come there to shoot. I honestly don't care who you be. I don't care how much songs you got. My thing is I hired to shoot this visual for you, and that is what I come to do. But you find a lot of you are deal with the artists and then the moods, and then the artists will come and tell you, but let me shoot over here, or let me shoot over there. But when you read the script ain't saying none of that. So you kind of rather you could just start in the management and just say, hey, let me stick to the script. You understand? This is what we planned out. Let me stick to it because if you make a simple change now, mindset, it's a big thing for me when I go back and I scrub through the footage and edit because now we kind of lose the whole essence of what we actually begin to shoot. So the artists and I understand that persons don't necessarily like to work directly with them. That's why having some kind of structure, some kind of management system in place is good. And this ain't just for we dancehall artists. You find a lot of the Calypsonians. Most of them never even think of making a music video, but you find they would pay thousands of dollars for somebody to write the song. Yeah. You understand? You got Calypsonians, you got gospel music, you have bands, you have all the persons in St Kitts who does music. You kind of wonder where visual setting in relation to them. Because if one of your songs then bust, you ready for that? You ready for a song bust? You understand? And that's as when I was on Dawud show, I mentioned it. I said, do the artists them understand that if you bust today, do you have the structure in place to capitalize on getting bust? Because if you don't have the structure, person's gonna make a ton of money off of you. You're gonna lose a lot of money that you're entitled to, and you won't have that mechanism in place. So that is the next issue when it comes to working a lot of the local. I mean, saying everybody must have some kind of pay some big manager or some money, whatever, but the management here is like booking agencies. All you do is bookings and etc. You don't control the image of the artist. Like, for example, like some of the artists that would be on Facebook with a lot of bickering and so. If you had management
that would have never happened.
Management send you a message, tell you, yo, cut it out.
Cut it out.
Yeah, cut that live now.
Yeah, this ain't good for what we're trying to achieve. Yeah. You understand? And how could you want to go outside if you can't even manage yourself inside your own country? You understand? For example, I work as a videographer, and even on my most recent shoot, like the artist was on the phone all the time, and I stop him and I tell him, listen, we're working. You're an artist. This is your work. If you're shooting a video, this is part of your work. Yeah, so focus. Once we come and shoot, you're working. So put on your work mode. You understand? But it's just a seriousness. You don't see the level of seriousness. So once you meet artists who are serious, you kind of cherish them. Yeah. You understand? So I work with Mache, I work with Rodney, I work with Messiah. I work with various artists. But you have to be, you have to have this certain mindset where you can listen and kind of stuff. As artists, creative people. But because they're creative, all of them got opinions, and you really honestly don't want to hear most of them some of the times.
Yeah, and some of them sing about they're singing about the image too, right? they're singing about the image, but yet they cannot put the image to the music.
Yeah.
And I say that because then if you're going to tell me you're singing about walking on the beach, but yet then you're singing it in a club, it defeats the whole purpose of your song. You know, you can't be singing about beach and you're in a strip club or something, well, singing about beach.
You can't really say, yeah, because what you find is the more modern music video in modern, a lot of the songs, lyrics don't go to the actual video. It's whatever the director want. So if you watch a lot of music videos, whatever they're singing about, most of the time the videos don't really go to them. But the whole purpose of the video is to connect the artist to the people.
Yeah.
You understand? What if I bust big with a song and then I travel
Nobody know
to perform because by Hitman got the hot song, you travel.
That was your name, Hitman?
No, I try not shot at me by Akai, but me gonna call him name.
You don't do it.
No, hey.
Me gonna call him
Oh,
name.
okay.
Yeah, but you know, Bucket Set is the biggest video. And
yeah.
Biggest.
No visuals to it.
I know visuals to
it. So you find when you travel, nobody know who sing the song. You understand? But you gotta commend him because he's the first artist who I see reach 1 million views on YouTube. 1 million views, over 1 million views.
No visuals, eh?
No visuals.
No visuals at
Imagine
all.
that.
At all.
And to me, that is profound. So even though others give him a lot of flack for not having a visual. And he did that just by the song alone. You know, and it kind of show you that our music is marketable. That band music, and a lot to make people make it feel like it ain't marketable.
It is.
But I can show them that it's marketable, especially the tempo and etc. until they start to copy it. You understand? VI band music is a huge thing.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
how big that, and imagine VI come and kind of pushing in front of us. As in, you could go on YouTube and you could find all of my work. Here locally now, you can't really find the visuals for them. You can't, what I understand, visuals connect the people with the artists.
Right.
You understand? It connects the people with the artists. And if you don't have that visual element to you, like some of the artists will never go and do a photo shoot. So you got your proper photos for your posters or photos, as in just to be an artist, a presence. A lot of them in and going into social media, just hire somebody and deal with your social media. Then.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you have to be seen.
Your presence must be known.
You can't be like Adele, drop an album, drop out for a few years, drop a next album, big, and then drop out for a few years and then drop a next album, as in locally here. You know, you have to stay relevant. You know, and, visuals is one way for you to stay relevant because people could connect the music to you. Because sure, when you sit up there and you see the whole video, like, I see people react to it overseas, and the first thing I ask if that's St Kitts. And you know how good that make me feel? Because a man can't tell if he's St Kitts or States.
Yeah, I mean, and even so, I was watching. I was watching. I think a Jamaican blogger, and he was having his pointers on the video. I can't remember. We had put it in the chat already.
Yeah.
With the guy. He usually does it, and I see him do a few more. Yeah. And he this man was just going crazy. Like, but who these? What is? Yeah.
He couldn't believe the production quality that St Kitts produced.
I look.
Couldn't believe it.
When I hear tilt behind a camera and when I see that little triangle thing pop up on your screen, I don't know it's quality coming. I know it's quality coming because then if you, as a videographer, you ain't even want your shadow appear in it. That's the little things. Yeah, if a little gravel stone over there in your camera, you feel bad that they ain't supposed to be there. You brush it out the way, and you perfect what it is you're doing because you know the quality of work you want to give to the customer.
Yeah, because how I see it, this is how I see it. A lot of people overseas can start to catch on to St Kitts music. When they catch on, it shouldn't be nothing whack.
Yeah.
It should be just as good as what you got home.
Definitely.
Because I like my most recent video where you see me, the trailer out with by Messiah. Toxic.
patient.
Toxic.
What going on?
No, toxic is what I would say, if not one of the most played songs from the Caribbean.
One of the highest streamed.
You want the highest stream, yeah.
Man, some crazy numbers on the streams, man.
Crazy.
It's a big video. And if you see the trailer and you look at it, you know me, I step the production because I could step it up and I could bring it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when to go all and I when to bring it down. So for this one here, I know that it's a big song.
Yeah.
Let me put my best foot forward.
So tell us the length of work you had to put into that. Yeah. Was it done in a day? Was it done over time?
Well, we finished shoot it, yeah.
No?
No.
Why? Wow.
We finished shoot it, yeah.
So how long would a video take you to shoot? What's the time span? Given the release time.
If you know the history, you gotta understand where St Kitts come from.
Mm-hmm.
Persons, well, not to really hit on nobody, but the videos back in the days, most of the time they stand up by a wall, they're doing something static, you know.
Old school. Old school.
I can't blame them.
Yeah, you do that. You do that in a day.
We didn't have gimbal technology.
Yeah,
we didn't have drones and all of this stuff here. But I come in the time where gimbals come out a few years after, affordable.
Yeah.
So you put your camera on it and it's stabilized. You can walk and run and you look like the camera just floating. And then you have drones where you could buy a drone and you could fly it. But not all drone pilots are equal.
Yeah.
Because I make videos, so I know how to fly a drone. A video compared to
so somebody. You do your drone.
I do everything. I do all my drone shots.
Without assistant.
No man, I do every single thing.
So
every single thing you see with me do.
Man is a master.
Is me and me everything.
Like I said, nobody help you do this.
Nobody. I bought a drone. I watch like for me. I do a lot of research. So I watch like 100 drone videos before I actually bought a drone, just to find out what problems they have, how to fly them, different types of flying techniques in film and all of these stuff, the angles and all of these stuff, yeah. So when I actually get it now, I understand what to do. So for example, you have a push-in where the drone just move in one line forward. You have a rise where the drone move off the ground as you're moving up, the camera moving down, or you can move in a circle. If you watch the videos, then you will see we kind of put all of these things in place. But these are things that I learned before I actually went and buy a drone. Because I don't want to get it and then it's like, oh, what to do now? So I use that time as a saving and I learn. So once I get the drone, and then I learn to incorporate it now within the videos.
Yeah.
I learn transitions too, as you all know.
Yeah, man.
The transitions on my shots them.
Yeah, different.
That's different. That's your niche right there.
Yeah, so
transition. I love when you do the transitions.
The shots them, and they have to be tasteful.
Yeah.
A lot of you see people try and do it. You understand, but they have to be tasteful. You can't just wham. You have to have a reason. The transition should be so good that you don't notice it. And if you should, once you put it in there, people wouldn't really notice it. When you watch it back and you do notice it, you're like, oh man, crazy, how he gotta do all it. When I do the zoo video and he was by the gas station, and you had this sign there, and then the girl come in and the next shot as the sign was moving, etc. So it's a very exciting feel, videography. What you find is photography is easier to learn.
Yeah.
That's why you find St Kitts have so much photographers. Not that photography is easy, mind you, because I tried to edit some pictures the other day, and I couldn't believe these men actually sit down and go through 1,000 pictures and all of this stuff. Yeah, it's literally insane, as in I don't know how they do it. So I tip my hat to all the photographers. So I can't diminish what they do as photography, but persons normally would easier get into photography because they got a cell phone. You take pictures and then you buy a camera, you take a decent picture enough and then just start off like that. But video now, that is the part, because you have to have a computer enough to edit, which the computer should be a slightly powerful computer, which
Like
anything
over 4 gigabyte.
Like gaming, like a gaming computer, and you have to be a powerful computer. So you find that all of these aspects come into a video editor. So you have to have a proper camera. You have to have computer to edit on, etc. But then the video wouldn't do anything if people don't connect to it. Because as I said, a video is there for the artist, really to show the artist. But if person watch a video but you can't connect with the video, it don't make no sense. You don't gonna rewatch value.
Right.
So people wouldn't want to watch it again and watch it again. So let me last video there last forever.
With that's Byron Messiah.
Yes. So last forever, 30,000 views in 3 weeks. That's 10,000 views every single week for a St Kitts video. You understand? Which is going on right now. Who knows? It'll be 40K and then 50K for a Kittitian video, which is a big step forward.
It's 32 right now.
32?
Yeah.
Wow. 30,000 views.
People might not see it as something,
compared to other countries, but we only got 50,000 people here.
Yeah.
So that's about 4/5.
Yeah, that's almost the whole population, and we know a lot of people watch it. So a lot of those is overseas people. When you watch the analytics, and where you find too, you like to work with artists who modern.
Yeah.
So you find that you can find all his songs them on iTunes, Spotify, all the platforms them. Because you understand that people understand that you got a lot of overseas Kittitians who into our music here. And a lot of them feel good to see the production quality from here on par with a lot of the bigger countries, Jamaica, Trinidad, etc. That's a huge thing for a lot of people that I could show you my video because you're in Jamaica. Because my video is just on par with any other artist than video, because everybody know we music good. But then if the visual is not on par, if the visual look like how, it's not on par, then you really want to show them because, this artist got this bad video and this artist got a bad video. But no, you got this Kittitian video.
Have you ever felt that you do a video and you feel as though, at the end of you done doing the whole production and everything, you feel as though, you feel like this video should be put release? Have you ever felt that way at any time?
No, well, I never felt that way. You know why? Because it's how I look at the videos I make.
Yeah.
Because before I made them, nothing was there. It's like empty space.
Yeah.
I went and I created it, put it together. Might not be the best, but there must be something I must learn that I didn't know while making that video that can help me in the next video. So although it might not be where I want it to be, at least number one, I have this shot.
Yeah.
Which, as people say, videographers don't delete footage. So I got footage from when I started video, gigs and terabytes of video footage. Just because you don't delete it, because you don't know when you're gonna need it. So you always keep all the footage. But I don't look at my work like that because it's me make it. So it's mine. And whether it's the best or not, I must learn something from it to make another video better. And all of my early videos, I used to play a lot with effects and green screen and all of these stuff here. I know I'm not going to use them, but it lasts forever. Lasts forever. I use a green screen for a shot.
That's what the accident part?
No, when Byron was sitting down in the chair with the light flashing over his head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was green screen. I made the room that he in, that I put the room was a picture, and then the light, I put the light to flash and all. So all of that was something that I made from basically just a green screen behind Byron and just transposing within that shot. And that I learned that from when I began to make videos. So it's just that I'm more polished now.
Yeah.
So you're gonna look better, you're gonna look more seamless because I kind of understand the whole process a little better now.
No, I saw a part in the video with an accident.
Did Byron?
Yeah.
But
how you even come up with that? Yeah.
So we had the accident to do, right? And like initially, he had a car that got in an accident on a tree. So when we thought it out, when we thought out the video, I tell him, man, we just got here. You're gonna lay down on the ground. The girl gonna lay down on the ground, and we're gonna make it look like it was an accident. So when I went to check for the car now that was on the tree, they moved the car. So I was like, what am I gonna do now? So then I went, they was driving my vehicle, and they was actually parked in the accident.
When you did it?
Yeah, when you did it. So they actually parked, and I had a light in my hand, a bright light in my hand. So I told them, when I put the light up in the windscreen while holding the camera in my next hand, when I put the light up in the windscreen, it's going to show like an oncoming vehicle. Yeah. So then once you see me put up the hand, like kind of prepare for impact. Right. I went on YouTube and I find a car. I find a car that got in an accident. I like that. And then I spliced them together. So when you look at the video now, it looked like the car was coming. When I put up the light, they react, and then the next clip I show is when they collide together. Yo, yeah. So you don't be creative. I like the initiative that you took to go and look for this actual car accident that happened here. I like the initiative, because then if we had gotten that image, yes, right, it would have been totally different. It would, right? And seemingly, when the car crashed up, I said, "What? Well, how this man get his head though?" Right? And the car was actually parked, but it's just the way you do it, because what you find living in St Kitts and Nevis, you're limited. For example, overseas, like say you have a shoot, then you go into a camera store and rent one of the best cameras ever, as in one of them Hollywood cameras that they could go in and rent it for a little money per day. But we don't have that. So we have to actually buy everything that we use here, because you don't have where you could go in and rent a $3,000 lens or $6,000 camera. We don't have that luxury. And even too, in terms of production teams and all of these stuff here, you know, people would say that they're on board, but when it comes times to do things, like you gotta wait for them, or you know, they really so into it. So you just find that, man, I could come up with my own thing, and I could do my own thing, and you could push your own self better than wait for somebody. Yeah. Because you know you want it to be done. But then if you could think about ideas, you know, you got the internet, you could get a lot of ideas. So even so, a lot of the times you work within your limitations, and you get better, because you're actually able to process things better. Yeah. A lot of my videos, if people really see how a lot of the videos shot, they wouldn't believe. I did a video with Poise SK, and I do a lot of work with Poise SK and with Desi. I do a lot of the dance videos, and we did a video for United Nations. They had something there, and it was an aerial with the guy in the rope and the aerial. So I didn't have a tripod, so I just get a table and put a next table on it, and put a next. So you stack them, and then I just rest the camera on it, and then I just recorded it behind a big green screen. And like we had to get a green screen, but it's an aerial because he's in the roof. So initially we had a green screen cloth. So what Desi went out and Desi buy 5 big cloth, 5 of the same cloth, and get somebody to sew them together. Yeah. So by the time we done, we had this huge green screen, and then we went and we put it up. Because you know it's in the United Nations. Yeah, so you kind of say, "Wow, this is huge." Yeah. You understand? Because I think it's representing the United Nations in that aspect, and we went and we get it done. I did the green screen, and they sent it to the company in Barbados. And they did whatever with it, key it out and so on, and we played it live, and it was awesome. Nice. Because the people loved it. People were saying, "Man, think it's really got some top quality dancers," you know, which is good. And I feel good because you know I could add that to me. Yeah. The catalog as well. The catalog of work. I've done, because I've done. I think I've made over 300 videos by now. What? Yeah. In the span of when? Because a lot of the work I see, people don't see. In the span of the same time, I tell you. Roughly around 5 years. Like 5 years. Yeah. 5 years. I've made over 300 videos. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
With a full-time job.
With a full-time job?
Yeah, with a full-time job.
So knowing this, right? Which part would you say is the most time consuming?
In the video production?
For the video production.
The editing.
I figured.
And that's why the editing is normally the most expensive. Because with the editing, you have to put all the clips in sequence. So basically, you shoot, and sometimes one video, if you ever see a music video timeline of mine, I normally post them, it's like 400 clips. And I have to go to each individual clip.
Just like a photographer.
Huh?
Just like a photographer.
Not just like a photographer, because they move in.
Yeah.
So, but I also do color grading. If you all realize, my videos now
look different. Yeah,
have a different look and feel to them. So, and you think it out. So the editing is a big thing, because your eyes them get strained, and then it's like something you have to stop and say, man, I'm gonna look at it with fresh eyes, because you look at it so much that you miss a lot of things. So when you come back with fresh eyes now, you kind of see a lot of things that you miss. Yeah, you know, and especially with the amount of detail I just put in. So for example, say I do an event, and you go to the event. So I get hired for an event. So for example, Tropics last year. Yeah. Came Tropics, look up Cane Juice, see what your videos look like, and
that was your first time?
Yeah, that was my first time shooting Tropics.
Yeah.
First time. I've never shot it before. I was Nigel.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Yeah, so I look up Cane Juice. Yeah. Because that's what we have to do. If you have
research, you gotta research.
You research the people, and you see what they have and what they like and what you could add to it in terms of your own style. That's why they come to you. So I look up what they have and etc. and I say, okay, then cool. And then you make the video in your head before you come. So when you reach now, because the first time I don't know what y'all like. So when you reach there, I did some drone shots of the opening sequence and all of these stuff here. But then while editing, you see a lot of stuff in the videos. For example, you see somebody smoking. You don't know if the brand would want to associate with that. Yeah. You see a lot of stuff while you're editing. You see a lot of stuff. Sometimes like a boob might pop out, depends on how the girls dress or the dancing, etc. And you as the videographer now, you just have to take the best of the best footage and put it together. So by the time you finish and somebody look at it, they say, man, I want to go Tropics next year. Because that is why they hire you, because you should be able to product, and you should be able to understand what clips work and what clips don't work. You know, so that makes the difference between a professional and somebody who just come and just shoot, because there's a lot of discipline as well. So you have a lot of footage, but you're supposed to put the footage leak out somewhere with this girl going on this way and going on that way. Sometimes when you're shooting, a man will say, man, don't put in the footage, because this is my girlfriend. And if my girlfriend see me with this girl here, there'll be problems. So then that's why I don't really drink when I shoot, because if you tell me so, and you're not drinking and I gotta edit, I ain't know that. And I put in the shot, and the man message and say, but I tell you, don't put in the shot, etc. But that's how it goes. It's a lot of discipline. So it ain't just, see what happened now in the kitchen mindset, kitchen as in our mindset, is like, just show up and shoot. Yeah. You can't do that. Because you gotta do some planning before you come. You gotta do some things while you're there, and then you gotta do so much things after you finish. So it's a whole big mechanism where you have to understand that if I come and shoot for you as your company, what image you want to portray, I don't even know if you understand what level that you want to be at, then I should portray your business or your company in such a way that would want people to gravitate to it. Because that's the whole purpose. It's just like an artist, just like different elements. You want people, and me myself, I want people to see my work. You understand? And that is normally one of the gratifying feelings. You don't get much feedback. in terms of video work. If you do a music video for artists, most of the comments gonna be
for
the artist.
But this video bad.
You understand?
Yeah.
But then they wouldn't say, the videographer, the people who behind the scenes, the manager, the persons them who work behind the scenes.
Most definitely.
That's why you see a lot of in Jamaica. What I like is a lot of the time they put everybody in the credits down to the man who bring food for them to eat. You understand? Because that little appreciation that every time everybody go on that video, they're gonna see your name.
Yeah.
You understand? And them, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, right? Sometimes if I watching a movie and I hear a song inside that movie there, while the credits going up when the movie done, I pause in just to see what the song mean, and then you would see it.
Yep.
So
those go
as
along,
you said, details. Now let's bring it back from what you said earlier about the artists them here.
Yeah.
Putting an image to their music.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't stress this anymore because almost every week we come on the show, we said the artist them needs to treat themselves and treat their craft as a business as well.
Yeah, and I agree with that because we gotta understand each song you make is literally you making money. Each song, the energy you put out, etc. People enjoying themselves. That's a form of therapy where a therapist will music make you feel good, right?
Yeah.
So if you spend the money in therapy, it's a lot of money. So if an artist make a song, one song, how much money is that one song worth? You can't just throw it up on YouTube and just leave it because you don't get the kind of numbers them to really actually benefit from that. So you have to strategize and try and see how much you could get from that one song. Everybody who surround you as an artist trying to get something from you, and they gotta understand that. Me as a videographer, I want money for a music video, so you gotta find money to pay me. Producer, the man who making the beat, you want money for his beat. If you look at everybody who surround the artist, all of them want something.
Yeah.
You understand? But if you don't have the business aspect of it, how could you actually continue on the part? Because people don't work for free. Yeah, you're a hot artist.
Yeah.
But when the views go up, is you getting the money? Not me.
But
when you try it up on your YouTube page, is you getting the funds from that? When you're streaming, you getting the funds from that. So when I who make the beat, when I who write the lyrics, when I who make the video, etc., those people, when they do things, they're trying to capitalize on the artist. We find the artists, a lot of them don't even have money like that. But what I would say is they need to invest in themselves. Just like how people out here would go and borrow a loan from the bank to start the business, come with a business model, etc. You as an artist is a business.
Yeah.
And if you don't see yourself as a business, then you're gonna fade out. Yeah. And ain't gonna take nothing for you to fade out. A hot song can keep you relevant. Yeah, you're gonna keep you in the streams, you're gonna do whatever shows and so. But then you have to pay a band if you're playing live. Where you don't get that money from?
That's true.
What I mean?
That's
Everybody who surround you wants something from you because you is the center as an artist. Everybody around you. But if you don't have the business aspect, you want to manage it yourself. Okay, fine. But then when you inbox me and tell me, man, how much for a visual? And I tell you how much for a visual. And you're like, oh boy, really and truly. But yeah, but it's an investment for you.
Yeah.
How could you want to be an artist in the music business without the business?
I think
I don't get it.
I don't get it neither. And I think what most of the artists are focusing on is the hype. How much it could carry them in terms of recognition and whatnot. But when it comes to the business part, that's where a lot of the artists would fail because they don't understand about selling yourself as the image.
Yeah. The hype, I don't get the hype because you got the hype, but to retain the hype, you know how much work you got to put in to retain a hype?
Exactly.
You catch what I mean? If you ain't genuine, you got to put in some work. At the end of the day, you're going to end up lose on the hype because people going to take advantage of you. You're going to hear this company with your music playing in their commercial.
Yeah.
You're going to hear that company with your music playing your commercial. But you like it because you want the hype. But then because your song in the commercial, the company don't generate $10,000, which none of it you're gonna get in your pockets. You understand? So then, if you look at the business aspect, and you can't expect people to come and do you favors because you're an artist and your name big. You understand? And I find that in the earlier days, that's the attitude I used to get. What me is this artist here? What do you mean you come in and you want to charge me? What me don't pay for this?
What?
You understand?
That the attitude here?
Trust me.
Don't walk like that.
But you know that.
Yeah,
that's the attitude. That's the attitude. But me is this artist or whatever and whatever. You know, me don't pay for these, me don't pay for that, etc. So you kind of watch them as time go on and say, ain't what it here? Because your hot song on, gonna be a cool song just now. Let love. You know? You know, say about hot love? Your hot song
gonna be a cool.
Hot love cool quick.
Yeah, hot love cool quick.
Okay then. So your hot song gonna be a cool song, but how could I benefit from that? And you know, as artists, I think they need to focus on the business. Just like how somebody will go to the bank $50,000 to start up the business. You want to be an artist? You could do that too. You could go there and present a business model, see them how you can make money. And you do that, you pull whatever mechanism in place because you can't want to be in a music business. You can't want to be in a DJ business. And then by a DJ set, you don't want to invest in your own self. You want people to invest in you. You get what I mean? You can't have a mindset. In terms of visuals, what I find, the more I get paid, in order to, the bigger the production budget, the better the video looks. Because you're able to afford things now that could sell the video, you understand? Yeah. But then if you don't have the production budget to really bring off a big video, then you wouldn't really come out to look as how you want it to look unless you got a strong story that people could connect to. You understand? So you find that the production budget and all of these stuff, if you look at international artists, when Cardi B didn't start out. Yeah. You know, Cardi B, Bodak.
Yeah, Bodak,
that was $15,000 of her own thing. But now she latest one, WAP, cost $1 million. If you look at the contrast in the two of them, she spent $15,000 on that one music video. And that music video is what you could say bossa. Yeah. Because that was everybody's song, but that only cost $15,000. That was her investment. So artists need to stop look at persons in the industry as liabilities. Everything you do is an investment. If you want a music video, that's an investment. You're investing in your business as an artist. You want to sell merch. If you're gonna sell, say you do a song, Top Dog, and you got Top Dog shot. I want a Top Dog shot. Yeah. And I don't care how much you say for a Top Dog shot. I want a Top Dog shot. You understand? That's true. That's a different revenue stream to just being, oh, this show ain't call me, this show ain't call me. You got different revenue streams as an artist to really sell yourself, to get money, but you have to be creative. You can't just depend on people will do you a favor, like coming and asking the DJs them, you know, oh, this DJ don't play me song, that DJ don't play me song. Go put $500 in the DJ hand. And I show the DJ gonna pay a song. Me ain't saying anybody gonna do that. You know, sound kind of weird, but people don't like to do things
to benefit them.
Because at the end of the day, when you get big, they're gonna study you. You understand? That's true. If I work with you now, and you get big and you're boss, you think you're gonna check me for a video? No man, you're gonna check Cole Bennett and all them big man there who does the videos. Yeah. You understand? Because you want up your production and quality, right? Yeah. So if you at the level now, let me give me full benefit at the level that we at. So when you step up, you check whoever at that level. That's true. You understand? So you can't expect people to come and do your favors for your own business. All
right. So we just about over with time right now.
Yeah, that's
any final words? Any final words? Any
Yeah, well, for me, I think St Kitts need more videographers. We need to see more persons get into video. You got different types of video. You know, AJ does production. Yeah. I do content creation, etc. But we need persons to really get into video. Technology there, so you could buy cameras to get good quality, easier than how it was back in the days. You got stabilizers, you got drones, you got all of these aspects. Everything on YouTube. YouTube is like a big school. I learn everything from YouTube, every single thing.
And Google there too.
You know, and you find out a way how to create a revenue stream from that. Ideas are money. So if you could think of an idea, you could make money from that idea. You know, so don't limit yourself. It must be videography. It could be anything that you want to do, especially in the creative industry. Just understand that you're trying to put out something that, you know, people gonna want, people gonna generate to, and you're gonna get your other elements involved in it.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, you know, we need more videographers here, and, you know, you could challenge yourself and, you know, try and put out good content that when people go and look for St Kitts music, when they see the level of St Kitts on, you could feel proud that, man, this is my country producing top quality work, or my country producing work for other countries, etc. You know, so basically that's it in the aspect, and look forward to Toxic music video release on Valentine's Day. Hopefully I met that deadline. I have 1 week to edit it.
Yeah.
So hopefully I met that deadline. But
yeah, man, you're gonna make it, man. Yeah. So if anybody needs to reach out to you, so just let them know.
Yeah. Well, I normally operate through IG because I got a full-time job, so I have to pick what I take, because I can't really overburden myself and get angry customers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you can reach out to me on IG. Serious inquiries only.
Yeah.
Serious, okay?
Serious. Yes.
Don't waste my time.
All right, so I just wanna say thank you for coming here. You enlightening us and
much love
the
and
journey and the whole aspect behind every artist. You need to put a face to your music.
Yeah,
do some visuals.
You have a face.
You know?
Definitely.
And I wish we could have gone even longer, but we gotta cut it short. And this won't be your last time here at the Music Box.
That's good.
We need you back. And as we wrap up tonight, we want to thank every single listener and viewer right there on the streams. And if you're driving home, get home safely.
Yes, sir.
Right? Share the love. And this is the Music Box with TNO Sound, and I'm your host, Button.
That's what.
And just remember, ain't you alone in the world who got struggles. Somebody struggling harder than you, so who are you to judge? Good night to you, and you. All right, we out.
Yo, me still a hold on. Gotta hold on tight. So no matter how them ball and I plead and I beg me, I go wait till them back in on my arm. All the time I'm waiting.